What's going on, traders? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Thank you guys again for joining us for another helpful video. This video is going to be the making of the millionaire, and we're going to be talking about quality that has led to my success, especially in the current position that I am in life right now, as well as, it's a quality that I think a lot of successful individuals share when it comes down to being successful in a specific market or venture that, they dedicate their time to, and that's being efficient. So it's no surprise that efficiency is key, as well as effectiveness, right? We talk about consistency, and we've made numerous videos about the making of the millionaire and kind of, what qualities to have or to work on to have a better mindset and have a better roadmap to being successful. There's no exact roadmap that an individual can build for you, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible, right? As long as you, gather these certain traits or best practices that other individuals have that has led to their success. If you're willing to work on those specific traits for yourself and identify a market that you're passionate about, then combining those two together can truly lead to your success. And that's simply just what we're going to be talking about today. One of the links in the description is going to be for the Facebook group. I have a group, it's TechBot Solutions. We're a little bit over 42,000 members, and it's a free Facebook networking group. We invest in stocks, we invest in real estate. We talk about multiple different markets to invest in, and we have a bunch of group leaders that are there to assist you. And again, it is all 100% for free. So we'd love to have you as a part of the team. But let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start this video talking about a quote that has been brought to my attention very often within the past 2 weeks. And it's because it comes down to efficiency. So this quote is by Abraham Lincoln, and it talks about, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe." So you might think about it, well, what the heck, if he has 6 hours, why is it that he would spend, 4 hours sharpening his axe and then only spending 2 to chop down the tree? Well, it comes down to, you want to make sure that you're efficient with what it is, that the tools that you're using and getting the job done. So the whole purpose of him getting, the axe to chop down the tree is to chop it down and to get it done. He's given 6 hours to do it. So is he going to spend the full 6 hours with a dull, axe and try to knock it down? Or is he going to work on, making that tool that he's going to be able to use to chop down the tree to be, the best it can possibly be? So when he does go and spend the 2 hours to chop down the tree, it's going to be so much more efficient, and his time, it's working smart, not hard, right? He can spend the full 6 hours chopping down the tree, and it will get done. Or he can, be smart, sharpen the axe for 4 hours, and not a lot of pressure on your body for those first 4 hours of actually doing that manual labor and getting that tree down. Then he only has to spend 2 hours, and it's a much more efficient approach. Just like when it comes down to being successful in any market. I know when I explained that quote, or the quote, I'm sure you guys have heard of that quote before. It's no surprise, right? How am I going to correlate it to what it is that has led to my success, or other successful people? What comes down to, in the very beginning, for if you would have asked the kid, hey, I'm giving you 6 hours to chop down a tree, he's going to go ahead and most likely spend the full 6 hours trying to chop down the tree, because he's given a task and he's given a tool, and he's going to get it done, and he's going to work as hard as he can. Again, a lot of hard work. There's nothing wrong with that, but is it the most efficient time, right? Is it the most time efficient time when it comes down to what it is that kid is doing? Mr. Abraham Lincoln obviously is a little bit more knowledgeable when it comes down to, the solution of getting that tree down. So therefore, he's experienced, and he knows what it is that he needs to do to making sure his time spent on, cutting down the tree is efficient. He understands what it is that, he's going to be investing his time to, and the task and, the work needed. Therefore, when you choose to invest in a business, when you choose to invest in the stock market, when you choose to invest in online sales, when you choose to invest in any market, invest all your money all at once, is that the smartest approach that you can take? Well, go ahead and, regardless of whatever market it is that you want to invest in, go ahead and, if you personally know an individual, again, this is a 3-day weekend. So all I ask you guys to do is, it's going to be a 3-day weekend. A lot of people are going to be having time off, spending time with their family and friends. All I ask you to do is to identify the most successful individual that you are, a part of or within your subgroup. And what I mean by that is someone that you actually, can talk to in person. Talk to them about the market or venture that they see success in, and ask them what has led to their success. Ask them how they started and how it's different now. I can promise you that it is much more efficient how it is that they run their business now than how they did in the beginning. It's no question, but why is that? Again, because they have a true understanding of what it takes to run a successful business. Therefore, when it comes down to people asking, what's the whole point of mentorships? What's the whole point of following people that have been successful and, following them and trying to, be successful like them? I can promise you guys one thing. If you guys follow a successful individual step by step, you will not see the same form of success as that exact individual. The reason why is that there is no exact roadmap that an individual can, create for the masses. And what I mean by that is there's nothing wrong with someone trying to expose you to an opportunity that can expose you to something that you can grow extremely passionate about. But when it comes down to thinking that because this individual took the step-by-step process that has led to his success, it's very naive for you to think that that's going to work exactly for you, because we're all different and we're all in different positions in life, and life always plays out differently, because there's always this some form of luck that happens with certain accomplishments that he might have achieved, or something that he was successful in because of the time and opportunity that presented itself at that exact moment. It's going to be very different than the exact opportunity that's going to present itself within your own moment. So you want to make sure that you capture these best practices, that you capture what has led to his success, and not ask this individual exactly what it is that led to his success, but talk to him about tips and tricks that make it more efficient for you to be successful in that specific marketplace. It's very simple. You identify an individual that excels in the market that you want to be successful in, and you can reach out to a number of them. And make sure you have a series of listed questions that are again, time efficient and effective. A very simple question can be, what is it that you do now when it comes down to, let's say, trading stocks that you didn't do in the beginning? Can you give me 3 tips? When it comes down to real estate investment, what are some mistakes that you made in the very beginning that now when it comes down to looking for, a successful investment property that you now look for? When it comes down to online sales, what is it that you did in the beginning that you don't do now that now makes it that much more efficient and effective, right? That saves you time and money to be successful in the market that you invest in. Very simple questions, and it's a very simple technique or trait that an individual can have, but it's being effective and efficient that leads to people's success. It's because they have an understanding of what it is that they need to do to be successful in the task or solution that they are providing for individual or for their company. So therefore, I want you guys to enjoy your guys' weekend, right? There's no question about that. I'm gonna be spending my 3-day weekend working every single day, because that's exactly what it is that I do. And that's the type of individual that I am. And that's not for me to, brag. It's really, I have to work on the weekends, and that's, my commitment because of the roles that I play when it comes down to running Techbud Solutions, as well as a series of other businesses and tasks that I have involved. So I just want to ask you guys is, again, it's a very simple task. You guys are watching this video because you want to see some form of success. You guys are most likely watching this video because my McLaren or my Z06, and you guys are attracted to cars, or you guys are attracted to materialistic things. There's nothing wrong with that. So am I, right? I love cars and I love, going fast, and, it's an amazing experience. But I want you guys to understand that there's much more than, just these cars. You guys don't have to be a part of my group. You guys don't have to be, even subscribed to me. All I ask you guys to do is, if you guys want to be successful in a market, simply reach out to those that are accessible, and even better, if you have, a personal relationship with these individuals, then just ask them, what is it that you do now? And again, ask them a more specific question, but what is it that you do now that you didn't do before that, saves you time or makes it that much more efficient for you and effective for you to be successful in, the venture or market that you invest in? Very simple question, but it will show you the different type of, approach that you can take compared to what you would take, because you don't have a general understanding of how to succeed in that market. I want all of you guys to be successful, and the more successful people that we have within our group, the better it is that, the better quality of information that is being shared. If you guys don't want to be a part of our group, then you 100% don't have to be a part of it. All I ask you to do is to be knowledgeable in the market that you choose to invest in. Don't go in blindsided, and don't go in hoping for the best, because again, hope will not take you anywhere. It comes down to a lot of hard work and a lot of time, and making sure that you have an understanding of what it is that you're investing in, so you can manage your risk, and so you can plan out your success. If you don't understand what you're investing in and you're kind of hoping for the best, then I can promise you in every market that you choose to invest in, sometimes you might get lucky, but in the long run, you won't. It comes down to really dedicating time and being knowledgeable in what it is that you're investing in, to make sure that you're efficient and effective. And that is, the overall tips that I have for this week of the Making of the Millionaire. Something that has led to my success, that I do different when it comes down to trading stocks, is I know how to manage my risk, and risk management is one of the most important things, as well as identifying, the potential for profit, the profit to risk ratio. That's something that I've learned that has led to my success in the stock market. When it comes down to the buying and reselling of properties, my plan with, the lending company and the real estate investor that I'm working with, it comes down to, our plan was to buy an investment property every 6 months. Opportunity doesn't present itself on a specific time frame. So therefore, I wasn't able to buy, a house every 6 months. But therefore, when opportunity did present itself, I was, able to take advantage of that opportunity because I was planning for it. Sometimes it took 6 months for, the second investment property that I bought, and other times it took a year. But it comes down to taking advantage of opportunity when it presents itself because you're knowledgeable in the market that you're investing in. Now, when it comes down to the buying and reselling of different products, this is something that I do actively, as well as other series of members like Kyle Valens within our group. He is one of the related channels. He's part of TechBud Solutions, so he's one of the channels that I have posted within my group. So feel free to follow him. He talks about the buying and reselling of computers, what has led to his success, and his best practices. And one of the things that we share is that we identify a niche that we see value in, of a decent profit margin that's worth our time. Therefore, we invest a certain capital, and it comes down to the buying and reselling of different products. Very simple approach, but again, it does require time and knowledge. But once you get that all done, it's a lot more efficient and effective in being successful in that market. So I hope you guys overall have an amazing weekend. Again, it's a 3-day weekend, and I want you guys to have a fun time. Just know that regardless of what someone promises you, how easy it is to be successful, if it was easy, don't you think that everyone would be, successful? Don't you think everyone would be driving, a Z06 or a McLaren? It's not easy to be successful, and those that do see success easy, then, congrats to you, but, it's not in the mass scales, it's not very common. So all I ask you guys to do is to be knowledgeable in what it is that you guys want to invest in, and to make sure that you guys know that it's going to take a lot of time and effort in making this all possible. I want to thank you guys again for watching. All the links are going to be down below. Feel free to sign up for being one of the beta trials. It's going to be the second link within my description. You guys can sign up to be one of the beta trials within the TechBud Solutions website, as well as you guys can pre-order now your TechBud Solutions merchandise, since now we're running out on the quantity that we have available. As well as the first link in the description is going to be a link for you to be able to donate to the cause that we have to help those victims that were unfortunately devastated by Hurricane Harvey. I want to thank you guys again for everything that you guys do. All the links are down in the description. I'm going to have a good amount of videos that are going to be posted within the next couple of days, just because now I have within my other property right there, now I just have a bunch of TechBud Solutions members, as well as other motivated individuals that we're just going to be talking about and working together when it comes down to the different ventures that we're investing in. So I think it's going to be an overall better environment, because now only not in my house do we have a bunch of motivated individuals, but as well as the next house next door now. So thank you guys again for everything that you guys do. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, and like always guys, be driven by your passion and let that work towards your success. Like always guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care.